Good morning.
Thank you.
Boys and girls, our first assembly of the year. Remember, you're a guest. Your role is not to be talking to others. It's to listen, watch. We have a lot of dignitaries here today. Let's show them the Bulldog way and make sure that we are doing the things we need to be doing as we're watching this assembly. I want to welcome everyone to our assembly today to demonstrate our Leader in Me program at Lakeview Elementary. This is our second year of Leader in Me. It has taken off for our adult visitors. Leader in Me is a program that was developed by Stephen Covey and a lot of the tenets of that. We're very proud of it here at Lakeview. We are one of the very, very few school districts in this area that do Leader in Me. The next closest district I know to us is, you'd have to go to Wooster, Ohio to see this in action. So it is very exciting. We believe that Leader in Me will teach our students skills that will last long after they walk out of our building. What is it? What is Leader in Me? Leader in Me is based upon the fact that we believe every student is a leader. Every student has leadership capabilities. We just have to tap in and find out what leadership capabilities that student has. We're all unique. We're all different. We all have special talents that we can bring. And every student in this building has special talents, whether they even know what they are at this point in time. Our students take part in a weekly 30-minute lesson teaching the 7 habits. The 7 habits, again, are based on the work of Stephen Covey. Those habits are, our students should know these frontwards and backwards. They're still reviewing them as that summer has hit and they're still learning, but the 7 habits are: being proactive, begin with the end in mind, put first things first, think win-win, seek first to understand, then to be understood, synergize, and sharpen the saw. We are so proud of our students for their involvement. We're so proud of our dignitaries who took time out of their busy schedules today to be here and celebrate with us. Now at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jennifer Nicholas, who's president of the Lakeview Board of Education.
I would like to take a moment and introduce a few of our guests that are here with us today. Please rise and be recognized, and please hold your applause until the list is complete. Michael O'Brien, State Representative. Bill Boscia, Trumbull County ESC. Beth Harris, Board of Education Vice President. Mark Harper, Board Member. And Mrs. Danielle Shear, Board Member. From our Lakeview administration, I have Mr. Scott Taylor, Mrs. Ashley Handrich, Mr. Ryan Stowell, and Mr. Sean Miller. Our local city dignitaries, I have the Mayor of Cortland, Idra Petrosky, Bezetta Township Trustees, Bob McBride, Michael Hovis, and Michael Morelli. Our Bezetta Township Police Department, we have Chief Chris Perlinger, our Cortland Police Chief, Mr. David Morris, Bezetta Fire Chief Tom Ring, Cortland Police Chief, or Fire Chief Dave Ray, Co-President of our Lakeview K-8 PTO, Mrs. Abby Brainerd and Mrs. Pease, and our Editor-in-Chief from the Cortland News, Mr. Tom Foley. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for being here today to showcase the Leader in Me program here at Lakeview Elementary. From Stephen Covey's 7 habits that Mr. Taylor mentioned, I think there are 3 that stand out the most to me. Habit number 1, be proactive. You are in charge of your decisions and your actions. To be a good leader, you must think before you act and take responsibility for your decisions and your actions. You choose. Habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. You must have a goal and a plan to work towards that goal. A good leader always knows that working towards the goal will help them to achieve. And habit number 3, put first things first. You must put in the work if you want to see the results. A good leader knows that work is not easy, and it must be done every day, and that the results are always worth it. Our staff here at Lakeview Elementary has done an amazing job at modeling those 7 habits and modeling how to be a great leader. Without them, this program would not be the success that it is. I want to add, to end it, a habit that I want you all to pick up too. We'll think of it as Mrs. Nicholas's habit number 8. I want you to add, when you can't do something or you're not good at something, I want you all to add the word yet. Like this, I'll give you an example. I can't do a cartwheel yet. I'm not good at subtraction yet. It's okay not to be able to do something, and it's okay to be working towards it, but it's not okay to not try. Keep trying, Lakeview. I'd like to welcome to the podium Interim State Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Siddons.
Good morning, Lakeview Elementary School. It's so wonderful to be here today. I love your energy, and thank you, students, for being so energetic and also listening so well. My name is Stephanie Siddons, and I am honored to visit your school. I'm so proud to serve as Interim State Superintendent of Public Instruction, and I work at the Ohio Department of Education. We have heard amazing things about your school. And before I get started, I too have a few shout outs to make and some thank yous to provide. So first I want to thank Principal Scott Taylor, former President of the I'm also joined by several very special guests that I wanted to introduce. We have State Board of Education Vice President Martha Manchester. State Board of Education member representing District 9, John Hagan. We also have State Senator Sandra O'Brien. I also would like to say how much we appreciate State Representative Michael O'Brien for being here as well. Thank you everyone again for being here, and I was invited here because of your Leader in Me program, and leaders are all around us. Each of you are working so hard every day to demonstrate Leader in Me qualities. Students, can you raise your hands if you've demonstrated leadership qualities already this week? That is awesome, that's fantastic, thank you so much. You know, being a leader is so important. And the smallest actions can demonstrate leadership and courage. And like when you show kindness to your classmate, or when you welcome a new friend to sit with you, that's being a leader. The great thing about leadership is that we all have a chance to showcase these important characteristics. And this school year, I want to encourage each of you to keep working hard as student leaders. To do your best to learn each day and make a positive difference at school and at home. Do you know some of our amazing leaders that are also here? The teachers. Each of your teachers have dedicated themselves to their profession because they believe in each of you and they want you to succeed. Teacher leaders make a profound difference in all of our lives, and we are so proud and grateful for all that they do. Before I continue, I would like 2 leaders to join me up here at the podium. I'm going to ask Vice President State Board of Education Vice President Martha Manchester. And 2022 National Teacher of the Year from Overland City Schools, Kurt Russell. So we are all here for a very important reason, to celebrate leadership and learning and having a great school year. But I have something really big to tell you. Just one more thing. Over the summer, one of your teachers was given a very special honor as an Ohio Teacher of the Year finalist. And today, are you ready? I'm here to announce that Melissa Kmetz is the 2020 We are so excited. I'm going to make a few more comments. Lakeview Elementary School is home to the 2023 Ohio Teacher of the Year. I want to congratulate Melissa Kmetz. Ms. Kmetz, we are incredibly excited to surprise your entire school with this news today. Today marks a pivotal point for all of your hard work and exciting continuation of the work to which you have dedicated your career. I would like to share what nominators said about Ms. Kmetz. Ms. Kmetz has been described as a literacy leader and an educator who builds strong relationships with her students, who gets to know them as learners in class, but also as the unique individuals each of them are in the world. She uses literacy and English language arts as a starting point to teaching about empathy, acceptance, understanding, and being caring and inclusive. In addition to her instructional role, Melissa frequently leads projects in your school community and throughout the school. Each year, she has her students participate in projects to uplift and help others while educating students about the world. And I would like to read a letter to you from someone who shares in our excitement today, from Ohio Governor Mike DeWine. Dear Ms. Kmetz, on behalf of the state of Ohio, we join your students and colleagues in congratulating you on being named the 2023 Ohio Teacher of the Year. For the past 19 years, you have provided exceptional education to your students, first at Salem City Schools, and for the past 17 years at Lakeview Elementary School in Portland, Ohio. Your teaching philosophy is an inspiration. You are quoted as saying, "It is incredibly important to me that students embrace kindness and make a difference in the lives of others." Those are important words and a valuable lesson for your third grade students. You have demonstrated excellence in the classroom and have shown an exceptional commitment to the students. Your tireless efforts and hard work inside and outside of the classroom have resulted in this achievement. Thank you for your dedication to teaching, and we wish you continued success. Very respectfully yours, Mike DeWine, Governor of the State of Ohio. I would now like to invite Senator Owen up to the podium.
Good morning. Before I start, I want to tell you what I did in my very first career before I was elected state senator. I taught school, elementary school. So before I went to our award-winning teacher here, I'd just like to thank all of you, for your hard work that you do in the classroom, how hard you try, and also for these leadership skills Thank you for treating your fellow classmates like you would like to be treated. So I'm giving you a round of applause. The members of the Senate of the 134th General Assembly of Ohio are pleased to extend special recognition to Melissa Commence on being selected as the 2023 Ohio Teacher of the Year by the Ohio Department of Education. Motivated by a deep concern for our youth, Melissa Commence has brought insight, expertise, and ability to the important task of guiding young minds. A third grade English language arts teacher at Lakeview Elementary School, she has instilled within her students an appreciation of the importance of education that will benefit them, you, throughout your lives. A skillful and patient instructor, Melissa Commence has encouraged many young people to fully develop their knowledge and interests. Understandably, her spirited intellect and painstaking approach to her work have won her a host of admirers. Over the years, Melissa Commence has not only taught many pupils, but she has also established a solid foundation for succeeding generations. Her unstinting contributions of time, talent, and seemingly inexhaustible energy to students and teachers alike have gained her the appreciation and esteem of everyone with whom she has been associated. And her career stands as a hallmark worthy of emulation. Therefore, we, the members of the Senate of the 104th General Assembly of Ohio, in adopting this official resolution, congratulate Melissa Kemps as Ohio Teacher of the Year.
I'd like to invite Ms. Mensa to address all of you.
Staying blown away was maybe understatement of the year. For those of you who are old enough to know what National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is, there's that scene where Clark's his cousin Eddie, and he says he wouldn't be more surprised if he woke up with his pants sewn to the carpet. That's kind of how I feel right now. But 20 years ago, I walked into my first teaching interview with nothing fancy. It was just a plastic U-binder with all these ribbons hanging out and lots of names. I can't believe I walked in with that. But there was a quote in the front of it, and it was from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And it says, where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but the content of their character. I wanted my interviewers to know that truly seeing kids was what was most important to me. 20 years and hundreds of students later, here I am. I'm honored and humbled beyond words to be named Ohio's 2023 Teacher of the Year. Being Teacher of the Year isn't an award for being the best teacher, though. I'm not the best teacher in the state, county, or even in this building. Being Teacher of the Year is a position of recognition. It's about using your voice to inspire and honor others. It's about shining a light on the incredible work being done in schools each day. And most importantly, It's about ensuring our students have the best education possible. There are dozens of phenomenal educators across Ohio, and I'll do all I can this year to represent, celebrate, and serve each one the best I can. Family is a little bit crazy, a little bit loud, and a whole lot of love. That's so true, and I'm blessed to have two of those. The one I was born with, and also my lady. I'm up here right now because of all the special people who have helped and inspired me along the way. And today I want to take a moment. First, I'd like to thank my mom, Debbie, and my sister, Kristen, the other Miss Connect. Mom and Chris, you are my role models and my biggest partners. I run every idea by you, and you listen to my endless, and I mean endless, you give the best advice. You help me with everything from schoolwork to decorating my room, and you're unpacking holiday treat bags late at night. You bought clothes when my students have needed them, and you help with all of my charity projects. You are thoughtful and generous beyond words, and I honestly couldn't do what I do without your support. So from the bottom of my heart, I also want to thank my dad, who isn't with us today. When I got my first teaching job, he told me to always be sure to make my kids feel special, because I might be the only one who does. I always think of that, and I hope I do just that every day. Now, my late beauty. Where do I even begin? By family, I don't just mean teachers. I mean all of you. Administrators, teachers, aides, secretaries, counselors, nurses, social workers, our cafeteria staff, our custodians, our psychologists, and our school resource officers. All of you. I'm in awe of you and the magic you've done here each day. You are the best people I know, both personally and professionally. And there's not enough time up here to tell you how much you mean to me or our kids. You are my best of friends. You help with all of my crazy projects, and I would do anything for you. And that couldn't be more true. Our district is truly the best because of all of you. You're one of a kind. You don't hear that nearly enough. But I really need you. Outside of being great at what you do, you all have the best hearts of anyone I know. I see the lengths you go to make sure our kids have the best education and overall experience possible. It's every little extra you do. The high fives, the encouragement, the hugs, the smiles, the lunch dates, walking in the garden, extra treats, the activities they're up late planning. It's the Band-Aids for imaginary booths. It's time taken away from your own families. All of it for our kids. Just know it doesn't go unnoticed. I see the sacrifices you make each day, and more importantly, our kids feel them in the place. You go above and beyond to make sure they not only learn, but feel special, loved, and valued too. Some days you are absolutely everything to the students who need you most, and there's nothing you could ever do that's more important. I know these past few years have been incredibly difficult, but I hope you never lose sight of why you do what you do and the difference it makes. Superintendent Taylor couldn't be here today, but I'd like to thank her for all her help and encouragement throughout this process. She left me the kindest message last night, and it really means a lot. Thank you to our principal, Mr. Taylor, who has been like my school dad for the past 17 years. You hold all of us to such a high standard while wearing your heart on your sleeve and letting us know how much we matter to you. All of us here are a family because you made it. You were one of the first people I heard from when my dad passed away, and on my best and worst of days, you've always been there. Broken house. I'm so thankful my teaching career has been spent with you. May your best. Our assistant principal and resident examiner. We see you working late into the night every night. You truly give 110% for us and the school every night. You've also been there for me both inside and outside school. You were there when I wanted to pull my hair out when I was teaching online, and you were there watching me the day I put my dog to sleep. You always find a way to encourage me, and you always see the best in me, even when I don't necessarily see the best. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you for your kind and heartfelt words and my letters of recommendation. And a huge thank you. You are one of the most thoughtful people I have ever met, and you couldn't have gone out of your way more to help me last year. Your kindness and generosity touched my heart more than you know, and I'm so thankful you saw something in me that made you want to nominate me for your new year. None of this was possible. My third grade team, thank you for not only putting up with me, but for being my partners and my best friends as well. You're my sounding board for absolutely everything. You're the best at what you do, and I couldn't have asked for a better team or better students. Kids, everything we do is for you. We want you to feel safe, loved, and special every day. We want you to learn to think critically, help others, and be the best you can be. We want you to believe in yourselves as much as we believe in you. And we want you to use all you learn, plus what's in your heart, to find your voice and change the world. I hope you know how much all the adults in this building love you, and that even when you're grown and gone, you'll always be our kids. Thank you to Mr. Laviento for this beautiful backdrop. I know it has been taking so much time. There's also one more person I'd like to recognize. Lisa Salvatierra, please stand. And one of my best friends, and she also was nominated for Teacher of the Year by Slate, one of her former students. So at this time, I'd like it if we could give her and all of the amazing people filled in these walls a round of applause. It's our administrators, our board, our staff, you kids, our amazing PTO, and our incredibly supportive parents. Without the support of any one of you, we wouldn't be who we're where we are today. In the throes of the pandemic, we learned just how important school, family, and community partnerships were and always will be. Lots of our packet pickup nights, holidays, and our school parades still make me smile. I've never been so proud of this community. Our former superintendent, Bob Wilson, left a legacy of relationships on, and I hope we continue that on in his honor. Thank you to Dr. Siddons, to Angela, to Anna, Kurt, and everyone else who took time out of their busy day to be here today. This room is filled with leaders. Most importantly, leaders of care. I thank you for making our kids your priority. My entire career, my main goal has been to bring people together. And looking around this room today, I feel like I'm so thankful to have this incredible opportunity, and I will work my hardest this year to tell our story and celebrate the stories of all those in it.
At this time, Mr. Bush and Ms. Shafai, will you please come down? There will be some time for some questions after we get the students back to class here in just a moment. So students, in closing, obviously we wanted to celebrate our Leader in Me. That was kind of the premise of today, but obviously you found out quickly there was more to the story than simply the Leader in Me, even though we are very proud of that. I just want to congratulate Melissa on her Teacher of the Year. As she said in her speech, I do believe in the Woody Hayes phrase, you win with people. Good people is what makes a school go. The best principal in the world isn't going to make a school go if there isn't anyone else to help row the boat. You have to have great people. I am surrounded by great people. Not just people who can teach. We've got great people who can teach, but we have people that care about kids, care about doing the right thing, and are selfless. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Melissa, you certainly are very deserving of this award. You share it with all the teachers across the state that are doing amazing things in and out of Ohio classrooms every single day. In just a few minutes, students, we're going to have you go back to class. People that are here, we're going to take a tour of the school, and then there is going to be a reception in our gymnasium in about a half an hour. If you can stay, we have to get out of here to get it set up for middle school lunch. So thank you, students. You are outstanding. You a great audience. At this time, on the fourth grade, we begin going up. Our first grade is on the floor. You can begin what the teacher will come and get you, and we will go back to class. Fourth grade and first grade is this time.